Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy TT and let's do this, Amsterdam. This city is at the top of so many people's bucket lists, and for good reason. It's beautiful, historic, and there's just so much to see and do. Today, I'm hitting you with the ultimate Amsterdam travel guide, breaking down the top 10 places you absolutely cannot miss. We're talking iconic canals, world-class museums, hidden courtyards, and of course some of the best food and drink in Europe. By the end of this video, you'll be a certified Amsterdam expert, ready to explore this incredible city like a pro. So buckle up, hit that like button, and let's dive right in. Alright, let's kick things off with the most iconic part of Amsterdam, the Canal Belt, or as the Dutchies call it, the Grachtengordel. This intricate network of canals was built back in the 17th century, and it's seriously impressive how well preserved it is today. Imagine this. You're strolling along the water's edge, the sun is setting, casting a golden glow on the canal houses, their reflections shimmering in the water. You might even spot a little houseboat, decorated with flowers, just chilling there. Renting a boat is a must-do. Seriously, it's the best way to see the city. Grab some friends, pack some snacks, maybe a little something to drink, wink wink, and just cruise along the canals. You'll get a whole new perspective of Amsterdam and its architecture. Each canal house is unique with its own history and story to tell, but the Canal Belt isn't just about pretty houses and boat rides. There are tons of cool shops, restaurants, and bars lining the canals. So whether you're exploring on foot, by boat, or just soaking up the atmosphere, the Canal Belt is an absolute must-visit when you're in Amsterdam. It's a place where history, beauty, and good times collide. And it's an experience you won't soon forget. Okay, art lovers, this one's for you. We're heading over to Museumplein, aka Museum Square, home to some of the most famous museums in the world. I'm talking about the Rijksmuseum, the Van Gogh Museum, the Stedelijk Museum, the heavy hitters of the art world. First up, the Rijksmuseum. This place is massive, like seriously huge. You could easily spend an entire day here and still not see everything. You'll find masterpieces from Dutch masters like Rembrandt, Vermeer, and Frans Hals. Make sure to check out Rembrandt's The Night Watch, it's iconic. Next door you got the Van Gogh Museum, dedicated to the life and work of the legendary Vincent van Gogh. This museum houses the largest collection of his work in the world, including iconic paintings like Sunflowers and the Potato Eaters. And if you're into modern and contemporary art, the Stedelijk Museum is the place to be. The square itself is a cool spot to hang out, especially in the summer. This next one is heavy, guys. We're talking about the Anne Frank House. It's not just a museum, it's a powerful reminder of a dark chapter in human history and a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Anne Frank was a young Jewish girl who, along with her family and others, hid from the Nazis in a secret annex during World War II. Anne documented her experiences in her diary, which became one of the most widely read books in the world after her death. Visiting the Anne Frank house is an emotional experience. You'll walk through the cramped rooms where Anne and her family lived in hiding for over 2 years. You'll see original photographs, letters, and even Anne's actual diary. Take your time, reflect on Anne's words, and remember her story. It's an experience that will stay with you long after you leave. Let's take a break from the hustle and bustle of the city and escape to a hidden oasis of peace and tranquility. The Begijnhof. Tucked away in the heart of Amsterdam, this secluded courtyard is like stepping back in time. Imagine this. You're wandering through the city, the noise of traffic and crowds all around you, when suddenly you stumble upon a narrow passageway. You step through and boom, everything goes quiet. You're surrounded by charming little houses, cobblestone streets, and a lush courtyard in the center. This is the Begijnhof, one of Amsterdam's oldest hofjes, a traditional Dutch courtyard surrounded by houses. Today, the Begijnhof is still home to a small community of residents, but it's also open to the public during the day. The Begijnhof is a true hidden gem in Amsterdam. Don't miss this one. Alright, back to the action. We're heading to Dam Square, the beating heart of Amsterdam. This is where it all goes down, guys. From historical buildings to street performers to protests and celebrations, Dam Square has seen it all. This square is steeped in history. It's been the central point of Amsterdam for centuries, and it's witnessed everything from coronations to riots to markets and festivals. Standing tall in the middle of it all is the Royal Palace, the official residence of the Dutch royal family. It's a grand old building with a fascinating history, and you can even take a tour inside if you're curious. Right next to the palace, you'll find the Nieuwe Kerk, a 15th century church that's still used for special events and exhibitions. And then there's the National Monument, a towering obelisk dedicated to the victims of World War II. But Dam Square isn't all about history and solemnity. Grab a stroopwafel from a street vendor and watch the world go by. Let's ditch the tourist traps for a bit and head over to the Jordaan, one of Amsterdam's most charming and authentic neighborhoods. Trust me, this is where you'll find the real Amsterdam vibe. Imagine this. You're strolling down narrow, cobblestone streets lined with picturesque canal houses, cute boutiques, and cozy cafes. The smell of freshly baked bread wafts through the air, and you can hear the chatter of locals going about their day. This is the Jordaan, a former working-class neighborhood that's transformed into one of the city's most desirable areas. Get lost in the maze of streets and discover hidden courtyards, vintage shops, art galleries, and traditional brown cafes, those cozy pubs with dark wood interiors and a warm atmosphere. Speaking of pubs, the Jordaan is known for its lively bar scene. Grab a beer or a Genever, a Dutch gin, and mingle with the locals. And if you're a foodie, you're in for a treat. Alright, time to crack open a cold one. We're heading to the Heineken Experience, an interactive journey through the history of one of the world's most famous beers. Even if you're not a big beer drinker, this place is a blast. Located in the former Heineken brewery, the Heineken Experience is part museum, part theme park, and all-around good time. You'll learn about the history of the Heineken family, the brewing process, and the brand's global reach. You'll get to experience all things Heineken with your senses. Smell the hops, taste the barley, and witness the magic of brewing firsthand. One of the coolest parts is the interactive exhibits. And of course, no Heineken experience would be complete without sampling the goods. You'll get to enjoy not one but two complimentary beers at the end of the tour. Cheers to that. Get ready to dive into the heart of Amsterdam's culinary scene at the Cuyp market, one of the largest and most vibrant outdoor markets in Europe. It's a feast for the senses, with colorful stalls, exotic aromas, and a cacophony of sounds. Imagine this. You're walking down a street, and suddenly you're hit with a wave of delicious smells. Fresh stroopwafels, sizzling satay, salty herring, and 100 other mouth-watering aromas. Your stomach starts rumbling, and you know you're in for a treat. Welcome to Cuyp Market, a true Amsterdam institution. This market has been around for over a century, and it's a melting pot of cultures and cuisines. You'll find over 300 stalls selling everything from fresh produce and seafood to clothing, souvenirs, and household goods. But let's be real, we're here for the food. And trust me, you won't be disappointed. And don't forget to try some Dutch cheeses. Holland is famous for its cheese, and you'll find a huge variety at the market. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the red light district, also known as de Wallen. Now, this is a controversial one, and it's definitely not for everyone. But it's a part of Amsterdam's history and culture, and it's important to approach it with an open mind and respect. The red light district isn't some lawless, dangerous area. It's a regulated part of the city with a strong police presence. That being said, it's still important to be aware of your surroundings and not do anything stupid. The red light district is known for its window prostitution, which is legal in the Netherlands. But beyond the windows, there's more to the red light district than meets the eye. It's also home to a number of historic buildings, canals, and bridges. And if you're interested in learning more about the history and culture of prostitution, you can visit the Red Light Secrets Museum of Prostitution. Last but not least, we're ending our Amsterdam adventure with a touch of royalty at the Royal Palace of Amsterdam. This grand palace isn't just a pretty facade, it's a symbol of Dutch history and power. Located on Dam Square, the Royal Palace was originally built in the 17th century as the Town Hall of Amsterdam. But when Napoleon's brother, Louis Napoleon, became King of Holland, he decided to make it his royal residence. Today, it's one of 3 palaces used by the Dutch royal family, and it's still used for official receptions, state visits, and other royal events. Step inside and be wowed by the opulent interiors. Think marble floors, towering ceilings, crystal chandeliers, and priceless works of art. You'll see the Citizens' Hall, the royal apartments, and the council chamber, each more impressive than the last. It's like stepping back in time to the height of Dutch power and wealth. So, there you have it, folks. Your ultimate guide to the top 10 must-visit places in Amsterdam. From the iconic canals to the world-class museums, to the hidden gems and local hotspots, this city has something for everyone. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more travel adventures. And let me know in the comments below what your favorite part of Amsterdam is, or if you're planning a trip soon. I love hearing from you guys, and most importantly, get out there and explore this amazing city for yourself. You won't regret it. Safe travels, everyone.